We're certain that no one can resist the delicious, sweet, oaty taste of Kellogg's Golden Crisp. But we're happy to offer anyone who can a full refund within 28 days covering purchase, packaging and postage. The offer is open until the 31st of December 1992. One claim only per household. The address is on the side. So to get your refund, just drop us a note with your unfinished box, OK? Kellogg's Golden Crisp. An open box is an empty box, or your money back.
Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, and then I'll watch them roll away again. Yeah, I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, I'm just sitting on...
Lofty, lanky, beanpole. Silly names won't hurt this tall, strapping cucumber. Besides, they'll soon stop their sniggering when they find out how much of the fresh, dairy taste of gold, low-fat St. Ivel gold, he's going to hog. Because even weedy little cucumbers know nothing can rival gold from St. Ivel.
It's here. It's finally here. New Ultra Lenore in the tiny bottle. It's ultra concentrated for ultra softness.
Wow, all that softness in a little bottle. It's easy, like my ultra detergent.
All you need is a tiny capful of Ultra Lenore. Its unique new softening ingredient penetrates deeper into the wash, so more fibers fluff up to give you a new kind of softness. Ultra softness. And Lenore freshness, too.
Now you can get the ultra softness from a little bottle.
Get new ultra-concentrated Ultra Lenore. So much softness, so little Ultra Lenore.
Good things do come in small packages.
Hello there. Well, change is on the way for the latter part of the week, but tonight we're staying with the basically dry and quiet weather we've had in the last few days. But tomorrow we'll find more unsettled conditions working their way down from the north, and they're going to be over the whole of the country by Wednesday. So back to tonight, first of all, and basically a dry night across most of England and Wales. Clearing skies, though, allowing those temperatures to fall fairly rapidly, so a chilly night in store, particularly in the east and southeast. Some frost by the morning, so watch out for that. Further north, a little bit of light rain just pushing in across northern and western parts of Scotland, and some mist patches in many places overnight. Tomorrow then we start a fairly chilly start in the south, but soon brightening up. Further north, well, a bit of weak weather front there, bringing some light patchy rain across Scotland. That's going to edge its way slowly south throughout the day, probably to reach the northern parts of Yorkshire and Lancashire by the late afternoon and into the evening, by which time there probably won't be much on it. Behind that, well, clearer skies with some showers developing, and in the south staying dry with a good deal of brightness. Temperature-wise, well, not too bad, 12s and 13s, that's the mid-50s Fahrenheit. Now, we look ahead to the weather map for Thursday there. That's big area of low pressure over Scandinavia, bringing strong winds down across the country. So certainly a raw feel to the end of the week with a lot of showers around, particularly in the north and east. There we are. A very good night to you.
On Thames, Thursday at 9.
So it was professional to treat the policeman with kid gloves?
It isn't the police who are on trial, you know.
Then who is? I haven't noticed any great leaps forward in the hunt for the mechanic.
You're a liar. And I'm going to prove it. Can I see you somewhere later?
Is it the mechanic? So the case isn't going too well, then?
If the truth were told, we're at a dead end. Full stop.
Taggart getting nowhere fast. Thursday at 9 on Thames.
Good evening. The region's main story, today's pub bomb in the West End. Doctors say they're very concerned about the condition of the most badly injured victim. He's in intensive care after undergoing emergency surgery for brain and facial injuries. 4 other people were hurt in the explosion at the Sussex Arms in Covent Garden.
One of the blast's victims is fighting for his life tonight in University College Hospital. Lunchtime drinkers in the Sussex Arms in Covent Garden caught the full force of the bomb, which went off in a basement lavatory and wrecked the interior.
I saw these young women coming out of the pub. One had blood trailing down. And then I went in the pub and saw this, the bar had been blown in, and there was a man lying there completely dazed with his eyes open.
Police say a warning given before the explosion was misleading and deliberately imprecise. This is the 8th bomb attack on London in 5 days and has caused the most serious injuries. Of the 5 people injured in the blast, 3 are still in hospital tonight. One man is giving doctors cause for concern. He came out of surgery at 6:30. He's now in intensive care and his condition is described as poor. His family are by his bedside.
Another 750 people are losing their jobs in the region. Lucas, the aerospace-to-car parts firm, announced the redundancies as part of worldwide cutbacks after a big slump in profits. 3 plants in the southeast are hit.
More aerospace job cuts, another heavy blow for Hertfordshire towns like Hemel Hempstead. Already battered by closures and thousands of redundancies at nearby British aerospace plants, now Lucas says it too must cut staff. A devastating development, not just for those let go, but also the local economy.
Well, I think it'll have a terrible effect on the area. I mean, there's so many factories closed down around here now.
Well, it's not going to do the shopping centre any good for a start. They've already announced the closure of one shop this week, and it's going to have quite a bad effect.
The 750 or so redundancies in the Thames region will hit Lucas Industries' commercial diesel site at Gillingham in Kent and the aerospace factory at Hemel Hempstead. At Luton, the business is up for sale, but it's not yet known how the pain will be divided. Lucas Industries can't give precise details about where the axe will fall until talks with staff over the next few weeks have been completed, but management did express the hope that the majority of redundancies would not have to be compulsory.
There are calls tonight for a public inquiry into claims of racism in the Metropolitan Police. It follows a £50,000 payment by the Met to a West London community leader who claimed police fabricated drug allegations against him. Frank Critchlow, who's founder of the Mangrove Community Association in Notting Hill, said officers conspired together to destroy his reputation. Scotland Yard deny the allegations, but community leaders say the incident has badly damaged relations between locals and the police.
And the black community is suffering, not only the black community, anybody who the police fit up and tell lies and the case is stopped. The police officer should be made to answer for what he has done.
A prisoner who escaped from a South London court last week has given himself up after 4 days on the run. Tyrone Evans overpowered a police guard at Sutton Magistrates Court last Thursday. He was due to appear in court on a charge of assisting in the dismemberment and disposal of a body. He walked into Highdown Prison at Sutton this afternoon. Network South East is to be split into 15 different companies and sold off as part of the government's privatisation of British Rail. Unions claim 12,000 jobs are at risk.
Under the plan, the region's rail services will be split into 15 areas and franchised to the private sector. It spells the end of Network South East as we know it. The rail unions fear up to 12,000 jobs in the region will go.
These proposals will lead to the thinning out of services, they'll lead to the closure of services.
The first private firm is expected to begin operating early in 1994. Among the first commuter routes to be sold off will be the Fenchurch Street line and services out of Marylebone. Management consortiums are already considering buyouts. Bus companies and airlines are among those expected to bid. Ministers say passengers will benefit.
And that's all. The weather follows, and there'll be more Thames news at 5 to 10 tomorrow morning. Good night.
The forecast for the Thames region for the rest of the night. Clear spells with temperatures falling to 2 degrees Celsius, that's 36 degrees Fahrenheit, with ground frost in some areas. Tomorrow, after a cold start, it will be a dry day with long sunny periods and light winds. The top temperature is expected to be about 13 degrees Celsius, that's around 55 degrees Fahrenheit.
Bruce Willis.
I'm a cop from New York.
terrorist Alan Rickman.
Who said we were terrorists?
When they're together, it's trouble.
Starting to get a bad feeling up here.
You really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
Yippee-ki-yay. They're using artillery on us.
You idiot. It's not the police. It's hidden.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Bruce Willis, Die Hard, this Wednesday at 9 on Thames.
The film in a moment on Thames is the comedy Stripes.
Still drinking filtered, Papa?
Of course. I've just had Jenkins moaning about your instant. He says it's costing the company too much money.
What did you say?
I told him I'd retired.
Good. He hates me using the same grade of beans in our instant that we use in Kenko ground.
Well, it is only an instant, dear. Oh, no.
You would.
Kenko, everything we know about coffee in an instant.
You may not want your children to watch this commercial for Chambourcy real chocolate mousse, because it contains scenes of sheer indulgence. Made with real chocolate, whipped into a truly delicious mousse. Far too good for the children. Chambourcy real chocolate mousse. Shh, just don't tell the children.
Comedy tonight on Thames with men behaving badly.
Hey! Have you been taking drugs?
You probably think I'm a prick.
Close.
I've solved your problem.
Yeah?
What you need is a plumber.
I know I wrote a letter to these morons in Luton. Please tell me where it is before I have a crisis.
Isn't it in Bedfordshire?
Men behaving badly tonight at 8:30.
This is the army.